What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. We got the damn piece of shit ass K20 turbo car here on the dyno. We're gonna try to get it knocked out today, make about like 197 to 199.9 horsepower. We got the 4-inch intake and a damn Chinese hood exit. I'm gonna see how much power we lose by going to this header. So what's your horsepower guesses over here?
Low cam or what? Final?
Yeah, final, not like first hit, because first hit's not. 212. You own the car, you think it's gonna make 212? Damn, most people have like higher expectations.
I'm not a retard.
All right. So
210.
210?
210.
215? Damn.
Oh my god. 225.
Y'all got no faith in this header.
I just got no faith in the tuner.
I already know.
You got what?
What?
All right. I know somebody you can take it to.
There's 3 other tuners North Carolina I can take it to, right?
Yeah.
Now. 3.
Yeah.
Right
You drove 3 hours.
5, actually.
You drove 3 hours to come get you hot rod tune.
Are you put the great value tune on it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a great value.
Base mats for life.
You know, sprinkle a little time in here, a little bit of fuel here, it'll be good. But we're gonna go get this thing strapped in and try to make some pulls. All right, guys, so last pull it made like 140 on low cam. I'm just doing 0 degree. Well, I was doing some low cam 0 degree on the VTEC pulls just to figure out what the motor likes. It made like 140 on that pull. I did like 3 hits, and then I pretty much just like stabbed the gas really hard on the last pull, and it pulled the axle clean out of this boot over on this side. You can't really see it right now, but once I pull it out you'll be able to see it. But what we're gonna do is I blew the head gasket on the Blueberry, being an idiot, and I'm just gonna take the traction bar off of my car and I'm gonna put it on this car, because what it's doing is the wheel is moving so far forward that it yanks the axle out of the cup that's in the boot. Well, out of the cup in the axle. So with the traction bar on there, it'll solve that problem. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna take the axle out of my car and put it in here also, and then we're gonna get back to tuning. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna go yank those out of the Blueberry, come back, install them on this, and then get the tuning on it, and then get it all ironed out. All right, guys, so got the new axle and the traction bar in the car, and we're gonna set the car back up on the dyno and start making some hits. Alright, guys, so we ended up with like 136 on low cam. We lost like 4 horsepower. We are at like 60% duty cycle on the injector. These numbers right here represent the cam angle. So I did from 0 degrees to 40 degrees, and normally on 40 degrees you lose a lot of power, but you lose a lot of top end power, but you gain a shit ton of low end power. So if you look, the orange line is 40 degrees, and then the green line is, I started to pull late on this one, on the blue line, which is 10 degrees, but 0 degrees is the green line right here. So what you want to do is you want to go into your ECU and you want to blend the VTEC tables, which are what I'm about to do. So you want to start with around like 45 and try to end in like I guess this one would end in like the 10s, like 15 something like that, because power, or it might end in the zeros, because the power, I didn't really pull it all the way out. So we're just gonna play with the lower end numbers, but as far as mid-range and shit, I already know where I need to be. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put some numbers in the ECU that I think will work in a VTC table, and then let the car cool down and make another pull. I made about 7 pulls on low cam. Most of them were just getting the fuel right, but it was really like 2 pulls per degree, well 10 degrees of VTC. Basically this motor has a self-degreeing cam in it that you control with oil pressure and a solenoid, and the ECU, you can manipulate the ECU to command what degree of cam angle you want in on the motor. So these motors can go up to 50 degrees of the VTC is variable, no, valve timing control, some shit like that. I can't remember, but basically you can degree the cam in the motor. If you're familiar with LS's and the VVTi DOD motors, it's the same concept. These motors do the same thing, but the heads flow so efficient that they make a shit ton of power on motor, which if you compare a 220 horsepower car that weighs about 21 to 2400 pounds, it's like a mid 11-second car in Honda world. So gonna start on high cam now, which it should pick up about 70-80 horsepower if I know what I'm doing. So this dyno does reload for a front wheel drive ship, because like I told you all the time, it's in the corner and it just sucks up nothing but hot air in here. So I try to move fresh air around in it, and if it doesn't really make shit for power. So I'm just gonna go in here, manipulate some VTC numbers, and then start making some high cam pulls. Alright guys, I forgot to film the last pull, trying to deal with the VTC table and stuff like that, but it made 204. I read it all the way out, but it got rich at the end, and I still had to clean up this VTEC spot right here. I had a hard time trying to figure out where it was crossing over in the map, but I figured it out. And another issue that we're having is it's running out of fuel. So I look at the log, and after like 7,000 RPM, the duty cycle just jumps through the roof. It is like 12.9 right here. I'm targeting like 13.1. I'm gonna see if I can pull some fuel out of it and like try to manipulate the map to like manipulate the duty cycle, so to say. But he's definitely gonna need injectors. I knew he was gonna need injectors when we were on low cam, and it was peaking like 60 not 60 psi, but 60 percent duty cycle. The only other thing that I have not done is manipulate the fuel pressure, which I believe the base right now is at like 60. So probably already need a fuel injectors from the get. So I'm gonna make one last pull on it on high cam and see what it does make, and then I'm gonna see what he wants to do about injectors. Last hit. Sorry the dyno pulls were so short, but it's all I can do with what I'm working with. pull, it made 210. Still chopping away on the VTEC crossover part. But all in all, the fuel is pretty much cleaning up. Not really messing with timing. I'm keeping it low, like 26 degrees, because since we are running out of fuel, I would rather have the injector, I'd rather have it on the rich side to say, to keep the cylinder cool so that we don't drop a valve in the motor. So I'm gonna let it cool off to like 120, and then do like a pull with the ECT at like 140 degrees, just to make sure everything is good. And then I pretty much just wrap it up, do a couple two-step, well, adjust the two-step, and then that'll be it. He will need injectors. I'll probably turn the red line from 86 to probably like 8200, because it doesn't really start running out of fuel now until about 78. So just gonna let him know that, hey man, like, don't be going out here trying to rape ape this thing, because it's not on kill, but the injectors are on kill right now. So let it cool down, give it about 20-30 minute cool down, and then come back, do one more pull, set two-step, and finish tuning this thing. We got Rakishi 1 and Rakishi 2 here.
I got a neck.
Yeah, no you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No you don't. Where's that?
Long neck.
No.
Got his long neck here.
So these MFs brought me this damn headlamp to see if we can make some more pow hairs and run out the injector even more.
More power, baby. So, more power. That's boost right there. That might
I guarantee you this shit leans out.
Oh, I guarantee those two.
Oh my god.
Hey man, anything goes extra 4 horsepower. Hey, he's making 310cc, looks like 350s right now. Hey, man. Lean as me.
We're about to make this last pull, see what it do.
What it do, baby?
You're definitely not back. Guys, so final number is like 208. It made 210 before, but it rained, it got super fucking hot, so, and humid. So I cleaned up the VTEC spot. It still got a little rich out the VTEC. I cleaned that up in the tune also, and should be good to go. So don't go to the damn Charlotte car meets and get gapped.
I don't go to Charlotte.
Did you almost just die?
You don't know how to judge the distance.
The man has zero depth perception.
Big body.
But anyway, we're about to unstrap this thing. I'm gonna make him do a little test hit right here in front of the shop. Hopefully it don't fucking hit anything. And excuse me?
Oh, you want me to do it? You gonna not. There's no power for a second.
But as always, wait. As always, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next upload.
Hell yeah.